Welcome back to another episode of Talk Get Unbroke, where we get real about money, mindset, and making smarter financial moves. I'm Bob.
And I'm Mary, and today we have an absolute game changer in the house. If you've ever felt stuck, stressed, or straight up broke, this episode is for you.
That's right. Our guest today is none other than Joshua Christensen himself, author and founder of Get Unbroke.
We're diving into the biggest money traps, the excuses that keep us stuck, and how to take control of our finances, one step at a time. So, grab your coffee, get comfy, and let's get unbroke with Joshua Christensen.
All right, Joshua, let's kick this off. In your book, you talk about how people need to own their financial situation and stop making excuses. What was your personal wake-up call that made you say, enough is enough?
Oh, that's a great question, Bob. So you're asking, what moment made me realize I had to stop blaming everything around me and take responsibility for my finances? For me, it was during the 2008 crash when I realized that my smart financial planning was actually a recipe for disaster. See, we lost everything. We lost our house, our savings, and even my confidence. Instead of staying stuck, I discovered that my mindset was my biggest obstacle. It wasn't about what I earned, it was about how I thought about money. Well, that's when I decided to get unbroke and take control of my financial life. Does that make sense?
Wow. So it wasn't just about numbers, it was your mindset. That's huge.
Exactly, Mary. See, if your mindset is broke, man, there's no amount of money that can actually fix that.
Okay, speaking of mindset, I love the chapter where you said, excuses are like quicksand. They keep you stuck. Bob and I realized we've been blaming everything from inflation to the dog for our money problems. How do average people stop falling into the excuse trap?
Oh, wow. Okay, Mary. So what I hear you saying is, and what you're asking is, how do we stop making excuses and take action? All right. First, you got to recognize that your excuses are what they are. They're remnants of past hurts and delays in disguise. They feel good, they protect you in the moment, but those old excuses hold you back from the life you dream of. All right, so start small by reframing those excuses. So for example, instead of saying, I don't make enough to save, say, well, what's one thing that I can cut that can save $10 this week? What, even better, all right, what's one thing I can do to earn an extra $100 per month? See, it's not about overhauling your life overnight. It's about replacing excuses with small, actionable steps.
So, baby steps like walking before running?
Yeah, exactly, Bob. So crawl before you walk. Walk before you sprint. All right, but you got to remember, okay? If you wait to stop crawling too long, you'll just stay stuck and broke.
Okay, let's talk about emergency funds. You say everyone needs one, but let me tell you, saving 6 months of expenses feels impossible when we're barely making it paycheck to paycheck. How do real people start building that safety net?
All right, that's a great question, Bob. So you're wondering how the average person can start building an emergency fund when their budget feels maxed out. So the key is to start small, right? Can you find $20 this week? So cut one takeout meal or cancel a streaming service that you don't even watch, all right? That $20 becomes $80 in a month, and suddenly you're looking at almost $1,000 per year, all right? This is about progress. It's not about perfection, all right? So even a small fund it's better than none when the unexpected hits.
And what happens when life throws a curveball before we hit 6 months?
Oh, okay, Mary. So this is a great follow-up question, Mary. So even one month cushion, it can give you breathing room to figure things out, right? So the point is to start even when it feels small, all right? And then just keep simply adding to your fund again.
All right, I gotta ask about the chapter where you said, stop asking for a raise. That one hit us hard because, honestly, we've both been waiting for our bosses to notice us and bump our pay. What do you mean by create your own raise?
Mary, I love this question, Mary. I get this all the time. All right, so I heard you ask, how can we stop waiting for someone else to improve our financial situation? All right, so the answer is to focus on adding value. Gather new knowledge, learn new skills, take initiative at work, or even start a side hustle. All right, so when you stop waiting for a raise and you seek to add value, additional income streams and even raises from your boss will show up. Now, you take control of your future to get unbroke. You're no longer dependent on someone else's decisions. You're building your own ladder.
Okay, but what if I'm already stretched thin with my time? Where do I even start?
Yes. All right. Good point, Bob. So start by auditing your time. All right. Are there an additional 30 minutes a day that you spend scrolling on social media or watching TV? Use that time to learn something new or work on a passion project, right? Small efforts compound over time. Bob, remember, it's progress over perfection.
Got it. Last question for today. Let's talk about small thinking versus big thinking. You said that small thinking keeps people stuck, but honestly, big dreams feel risky. How do we make that leap without feeling overwhelmed?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Great question. You're starting to get it, Bob. All right. So you're asking, how do we shift from playing small to thinking big without getting overwhelmed? All right. Start by redefining what big means to you. Okay. It's not about giant leaps or it's about bold consistency. All right. So maybe big is committing to save $100 a month or brainstorming your first business idea. All right. So break the big goal into smaller, manageable steps. All right. So here's the kicker. Don't overthink it. Just start. It's action builds confidence. And guys, confidence builds, it fuels big thinking.
So it's not about climbing Everest, it's about taking the first step up the hill.
Yeah, exactly, Mary. So once you're on that hill, you'll see that Mount Everest, doesn't look so intimidating anymore.
Joshua, this has been amazing. We learned so much from the book, but hearing it from you brings it to life. I think we're ready to stop crawling and start climbing.
Yeah, and no more ketchup soup for us. Thanks for breaking it down in a way that makes sense for real people.
Bob, Mary, look, it has been a real pleasure, all right? Remember, the road to getting unbroke, it isn't about perfection, all right? It's about progress. So one small step and you'll build the life you deserve. And sooner than you think, guys, to getting unbroke.
To getting unbroke.
Wow, what an episode. Joshua, you dropped so many gems today.
Seriously, mindset shifts, action steps, no more excuses. It's time to get unbroke.
If you loved this conversation, go grab Joshua's book, Get Unbroke, and start making those small changes today. You can find the link in the description down below.
And don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. We're also inviting you to join our Facebook group of like-minded people, such as yourself. You can find the link down below.
Until next time, stay focused, stay motivated, and let's all get unbroke.